like let's say your kid needs help in math. Okay, you download the app, this app that works math, and if they want to watch a show or play a game, they have to answer 10 math questions, and then that unlocks everything else on the iPad.
Yeah.
For say 10 minutes, and then if they want to continue playing or watching, it pops back up. Answer 10 more math problems. That way, it forces them to do it in order to do what they want to do.
Well, this sounds like something we need to put in the Dad Bro R&D department.
But I was gonna say maybe we should start working on that.
I've been told though that it's not really a doable thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you could have one app that controls the whole operating system and platform.
Yeah.
Because even we've talked about it before about being able to just set a timer in general that you could say, okay, well, you get 30 minutes of iPad time and you open this one app, maybe like sign in the parent password or whatever, and then just say 30 minutes and then the thing locks out.
Right.
I don't know that you can have one app control the whole operating system.
That would have to be in the operating system. That's what we do on the Xbox for the kids. It's got a family timer on it, and then when the time's up, either that's it, or I had to put in a code and give you more time.
That's cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, especially on like the iPods and iPads. Like maybe not necessarily the phones, but if they had it available on those that kids are using. I could see that definitely.
Here's what I'm getting from our conversation now is our kids are way too spoiled. We're discussing all the gadgets and things and ways to limit that for them. Wow. When I was a kid, we didn't have that. We had a thing called Outside, and you went there.
Yeah, I remember Outside.
I read an article, I skimmed an article today calling us the Oregon Trail generation.
Yeah. Because
we're not really Gen Xers. I'm closer to Gen X than you.
Yeah.
But we're also not millennials. You being closer to millennial than me.
Right.
Because we grew up in a generation that is half analog, half digital. And kind of like if you had in your childhood, you would go to the library, and on the computers there was Oregon Trail and lemonade stand, and that's what you did.
Yeah,
there
hot dog stand.
Yeah, but you played those games. Like tech was just coming into the mainstream.
Yeah,
and people had computers in their house, but it was still a novelty. That's sort of where we are, and it's kind of. I like being in that because I remember like we go visit our great grandparents in Texas, and they had rotary phones, and the ones that were in Matador, Texas, not only was it a rotary phone, but their phone line, if someone in the neighborhood, and when I say neighborhood, I'm using that very loosely, but if someone in the neighborhood was on the phone, you had to wait till they were done with their phone call in order to make your own phone call.
Yeah, I remember
that. So you'd pick it up and you'd be like, you'd hear a conversation. And they would know you're there, too, because if you were listening, they're like,
how often did you actually pick up and listen to it? Because I don't think I was old enough to know that you could be eavesdropping on somebody.
Not really, because they would call you on it. They would be like, hang up the phone so I can talk,
Because they could hear you.
Yeah.
Heavy breathing.
But it was old people anyway. They just go on with your old person conversation. It's going to be exciting for me.
Yeah. So maybe you just said they're eating popcorn. And they just hear you eating popcorn on it.
And the only reason I wanted to use
stuff.
And the only reason I wanted to use the phone was like call.
Who were you calling in Matador?
I don't remember, but I had to use a calling card to do it, and it was such a process. He's like, "Oh God," with a rotary phone and
I remember that.
It's terrible.
I remember the time it was in went with our grandmother to Australia, and we had a number. Mom gave us a number to call or gave me a number to call. I think it was like an 800 number or something. It was supposed to call our house, and that way they would get charged for it, and I guess it was cheaper. I don't know.
Right.
And
we had an 800 number for a little while. I don't know.
That's weird.
I
don't know. That's weird. It seems weird to me now. So I remember
again, this was before cell phones.
Yeah.
So, or not before them, but like they weren't as readily available. So if you were in trouble, we were out and we needed help or whatever.
Yeah.
We would just call the 800 number.
You could call from the payphone.
Right, and call from the payphone.
Yeah. So we had that, and for some reason I was in Australia, and I was going to call home, and I can't remember if I lost the number or I tried calling and it didn't work. So I just called the regular home number.
Oh, God.
And so I'm talking to Mom, and everything's going swell. And then Grandma Julie comes over, and she's like, hey, I'll talk to her too.
Are you at the hotel?
Yeah, we're at a hotel
no.
in Australia. Yeah, and she's like, I'll talk to her too. So I'm like, okay, I guess that sounds good. I give her the phone and start, and then I kind of remember the talk we had about, use this number because it's really expensive for that number. And I think I said something like, I called the regular home number. So this is, but I definitely remember when we checked out and Grandma got the bill for the phone calls. And it was pretty bad.
Oh,
yeah, she was like, I thought you had some special number to call. And well, I did, but I didn't use it. I used a regular number. So I remember that was something.
That reminds me of the time. I had no idea how phone bills worked. And I made a 1-900 call once. When when they have those ads on there, call them now, and first 5 minutes free or first whatever's free. Like, all right, I'm home alone, and I call it up. I call it up, and it was stupid right off the bat. I don't remember what it was, but I remember going, "This is stupid," and I hung up. Thinking, all right, that was free. I hang up, and my mom gets the phone bill, and she starts, "Who called this 900 number?" I denied it up and down. Well, it wasn't me. I don't know. Why would I do that? That's stupid. And there was enough room for reasonable doubt that I think she never actually. It was never completely pinned on me. Like I was the primary suspect, but there was no. But I was like, "How did you find out? What? It was free.
Yeah.
What's going on here? You call that number?" Every now and then it would come up too. Like years later, you called that number, didn't you? No, that wasn't me. Call him out. Stupid.
I figured him 900 numbers would give you like an advertisement for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't.
Hang on to the line. You're gonna get to talk to somebody very
Just
shortly.
Wait. Just keep waiting.
Yeah. As you keep saying that over and over, just wait a little bit longer.
Oh, hang on, it's gonna
be so good. We have to get done waiting.
Oh! Are you getting excited for what's gonna happen?
3 minutes to go.
Then it's gonna be like the Aerosmith song with the fat guy that's dressed up like a woman with a woman's voice.
Oh man,
well, that's sort of where we are though in the tech world. Is we have a different relationship. Like our kids grow up with it. They're more familiar with it than I think we were.
I honestly think my kids won't ever know what a home phone is.
No,
because we don't have one. We've never had one.
Well,
and not only that, but we've been without cable TV for 4 years now.
Well, we didn't even have cable when we grew up.
Yeah, like it took forever for us to even get like satellite
it took
or cable.
It took me moving out for you to get it. Once I moved out, that's when the cable got hooked up.
It was for your own good, Josh.
It probably was because I watched everything anyway. So, but it's a weird thing to be like to be able to appreciate. I think that's what it is, to be able to appreciate how awesome everything is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to not have it and then to suddenly have it, you need to that gives you that sense of, okay, this, I know what it was like before, and now this is, even though we take it for granted, you still can look back and go, this is awesome. And also another upside is I was ahead of the teacher, so I could cheat.
You
like
were
crazy.
Yeah. I think I skirted in like barely on some of the stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were in there right when nobody knew, like, because we got internet pretty early.
Yeah.
So for you to look up stuff and do the old copy paste and all that stuff.
One thing I did when I had I took Spanish too, and I was terrible in Spanish class. I hated doing it, but you needed two language credits to pass, and clearly by the amount of Spanish I know, it was successful to force me to do that. But we had to do a report on every Spanish-speaking country in the world. 2 pages per country. Now, that's a nightmare assignment. And I am a super procrastinator.
Me too.
Beyond belief. And
I'm working on it.
Yeah, and what happened was a friend of mine gave me his report from the year before. So he had all the. You were supposed to draw you draw the flag of the country, and then you write 2 pages per country. And so he gave me his report that had the flags. Everything else was marked on, so I couldn't just hand that in. And I wasn't gonna. I'm not gonna copy this word for word because that would by hand. You kidding me? No way. That's too much work. So instead, what I did was, 2 weeks before it was due, we went on a trip somewhere, and I convinced my parents to get me a CD-ROM drive.
Whoa.
For the computer.
It's high
Whoa,
tech.
you were
And this
hot dogging.
and this CD-ROM drive came with an encyclopedia on a CD.
Whoa.
So when we got back from this trip, it was 24 hours before this report was
And that
due.
CD-ROM probably had a read-write speed of about, 8
Yes.
times 8 or something like that?
So it
Probably
was
4.
it didn't have a write speed. It was
Well, I guess it wouldn't have. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
read-only, right?
It was
Yeah.
read only.
Times
Wow.
2.
And it was about as big as the computer was.
Yeah. So in 24 hours, I learned how to install this thing, and then put in the encyclopedia, copy pasted every encyclopedia entry, and deleted all the parenthetical notations because anything in parentheses, someone my age wouldn't be writing. So I'll just delete that and hit print. The thing is printing from the time I go to sleep, which is about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Was
to
it
the
on
time I
dot
get up about
matrix?
6. Yes.
It was.
He's just folding out the back. It's
You had to
too
turn
big.
a little
I
thing.
go to
goes
sleep.
inside
pile of
it.
paper.
I wake up at 6 o'clock. Still, oh, come on, and it finally finished. I turned it, got an A
Nice.
because it was encyclopedia quality. It was a fantastic paper, but that's something that you couldn't do now.
Yeah.
You
I ought
know,
to complain about an
Now-
A plus.
Well, there's websites
Yeah.
now that the teachers actually use to help combat plagiarism and stuff.
but because we were on that cusp of the technology being available.
yeah.
You know, it was easy. Like we had a computer class, and my friend and I, basically, we would spend 10 minutes doing the work we were told to do,
Yeah.
and the rest we were goofing off because we were ahead of everybody in that class just by having a computer at home. You hit the tab button and it takes you over, and then you do this and you do that. We installed games on the computers there, so everybody's clicking and clacking and typing out
Yeah.
these paper. It basically was like a typing 2 class for them. They're typing these word processor things, and we're playing Doom.
Yeah.
You know, running around. And the teacher had no idea that they were on there because
Yeah.
she was 60 and dealing with computers when we're 15, 16.
I did the same thing. I had got some software from a friend or something that you installed it. You played it on all the computers. It was like a game. You played it on the computer, and then you can install the software on yours. And it was essentially a hacking software, and it gave you control of the computers. So I had control of every computer in the lab. So like you could do stuff like open CD trays, and you could like when the person over there is typing, you could pop up a window and just start chatting with them. Be like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
what's going on? You know, it just pops up right on their screen. They're like, oh, who is this? And then not only that, but it would allow you to access files. So anytime they would do their work, they would save the work. You could just go access the file, grab it, throw your name on it, turn it right in.
Sweet. Delete there.
Yeah, and it got to like I was doing computer stuff that was more advanced in the class, so it got to where like at lunchtime the teacher would be like, "Oh, I'll just give you an A for like the week if you can put this sound card into the computer for me." Be like, "All right, yeah, I can do that."
See,
or hook up this. It was hooking up a printer, and it required me putting some kind of card in to hook the printer up, like a
That's
USB
it?
card or yeah, it was like super easy. Break it open, throw it in.
See, and to think that's like we were way ahead of everybody in the class, even the teacher. But there's a point where I just went, I'm done. I'm not learning any more of this. I can't. It was when, do you remember GeoCities?
Yes.
I had a GeoCities website, and I'm doing some HTML and making it look pretty and all that stuff. And then I find out, like I'm starting to get into HTML. And then I find out about a new programming thing. I can't remember what it is. And I said, no, I'm done. I'm not. I've had enough learning how to do this stuff. If it's gonna change every year, I'm done.
There's so much out there.
What a
now.
waste! Like we learned HTML stuff in school,
Yeah.
Like, what a waste. Because, I mean, is it, like, I guess you kind of use it now, but it's not really...
Yeah. Well, it all moves so fast. I mean, just working on the website, there was so much stuff that I guess I'll go to YouTube and figure it out. Like, there's more resources to learn it, but at the same time, it changes so fast. Like, what do you... I have no idea. And I have no interest anymore, either. If I can't figure it out, then, oh, well. I don't care.
That's it.
I remember what it was like before this, so I don't care.
Well, Josh, we could go on for hours.
We could, but I don't think we will.
No, we want to...
What is that? I'm sorry. What is that icon right there?
What, this one?
It looks like a taiko drum. What is that taiko drum?
This one?
Looking? Yeah, what is that?
Oh, that's the software that runs for our live stream.
Oh.
The DBS or...
Well, that's a handsome
OBS.
OBS.
OBS, that's what runs our live stream, Josh.
Oh, okay.
On Twitch TV // Dad Bro Show.
Let's get it right.
That's how you can find us. If you want to watch us live, we record after 9 o'clock usually, so most dads are
free.
Sleeping. Sometimes free.
Yeah.
I have a friend that said it's
sleeping.
after my bedtime, so.
Yeah. This was it D Torres 831 in our chat?
Yeah.
Says knowing about computers is worse than being a mechanic. Any little thing wrong and people call you with
I can believe that.
tips and try to. Yeah, we were kind of in that
We
range for a
experienced
little
that, yeah.
while, and that's one thing of getting out of it. Is,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was easier to do that, yeah.
Yeah, it was easier to say I don't know, and really I didn't. At
Yeah.
a certain point.
Once Mom realized that we knew more, it was like, oh, what's wrong with the computer?
Yeah, don't. If you know
I don't
anything
know.
about computers, don't tell no one that doesn't know about them because.
Well,
the reason I say that is because back in the day, I took classes on C++, went to school for that, and I had so many doggone computers in my house that they started collecting, and I was fixing them, and no one wanted to pay me for them, and then it's like, no, we got a new one. You can just have that one.
Yeah.
And I could probably just extract all the gold from it and
we had
start selling parts
see
to the Haitians.
we had shows that we liked to watch when I was growing up. That the only way we watched them was I figured out how to set the VCR to record stuff.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was all that was required was you figure out.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't that hard. Like what is wrong with you people that you can't figure this?
Well, what was that thing we had? It was the TV Plus or the where like you had the TV guide and it had a code in it and you had to put it in the.
Oh yeah.
What was that thing called? You remember?
I can't remember.
I think it was a TV Plus
TV
or
Guide Plus?
TV Guide. I don't know, but it was like it connected to your VCR, I think. And all it was you punched the code in. It was like an easier way for you to program your VCR.
Yeah.
You punch the code in. Okay, well you go through your TV Guide. All right, well this show the code's 831. You punch it in, and now that's just telling your VCR to record at this certain time.
Yeah.
You remember that? I think it was VCR Plus, I want to say, or TV Plus. Or,
Yeah. But I mean, all of a sudden, Saturday Night Live was a big thing. You know, we would watch it Sunday morning because I figured out how to run the VCR.
I didn't know that.
And now I'm wondering. Yeah. Now I'm wondering, like
It's like,
you know,
all right. All of a sudden we have a tradition now. We're watching Saturday Night Live on Sunday morning.
what kind of
Sunday morning
things?
live.
Yeah. What kind of things are my kids gonna figure out that I don't know? That's gonna. Oh, I like this. Never got a thank you, by the way. Oh, thanks for recording that.
No.
It was just.
That was
Yeah.
a good show. Years ago.
Jeez, Dad, why are you even bothering DVR in it? You can just watch it on XBMC or whatever. You just stream whenever you want.
You just clickety,
Yeah.
clack. There you
God.
Where you-
YouTube.
YouTube it. Record it. That's stupid.
go. Yeah. Ugh.
Wasting your time.
Now they got a DVR.
Yeah.
I've never owned a DVR.
We had them for a while, and,
Yeah.
and they're good, but I think they're on their way out too. 'Cause
Yeah.
with the in demand and the streaming services, it's why bother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Netflix and Amazon Prime and whatever else is coming down the pike,
Oh, there's so
where
much.
there's no commercials. You just pay the flat fee and you get it, and you can binge watch everything.
Mm-hmm.
Why bother?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we should do.
Hmm?
One flat fee. No commercials.
For what?
And you guys can binge listen to
For this?
us all you want.
Oh man! For 5 cents a month, it's worth 5 cents a month.
Well, Josh, I hate to end this party, but we're
There
hitting
you
the
go.
2-hour mark. I don't think anybody wants to sit for 2 hours
Ooh.
listening to all this.
2 hour mark.
Yeah.
That's your new name. Beer Man Mark? 2 hour.
2 hour mark.
All right. It's a long time.
It is a long time.
Don't seem like it.
It's
Does.
been fun though. I've enjoyed it.
People like call you 2 hour Mark, and your wife's gonna laugh. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. 2 hours. That'd be a problem, I think, in the house. All right, folks. Well, Dad Bro Show, and look for us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Dad Bro Show. You can always hit us up on our website at dadbroshow.com, and we love feedback. We love hearing what you guys have to say, and keep the downloads going strong, and review us on iTunes. We definitely need that. Beer Man Mark, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Hopefully this will be like a regular thing. Maybe once a month we'll talk beer stuff.
It's fun.
If everybody likes it and have questions about beer, want to obviously as deep as we got on our intro there.
Yeah, we can go. We can go deeper down that rabbit hole.
Entry level beer making got pretty serious there. So yeah, if you guys liked it, let us know. And until next time, we will see you. Can't really tell.
No, but on my
Hey guys, whoa, on the Twitch TV. Appreciate you guys watching. And Wednesday night, 9:00, we should be back on. So thanks again. Appreciate the support. Talk to you later.